Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today, we're diving deep into the harrowing tale of the sea story, a dive boat that sank in the Red Sea, leaving a trail of unanswered questions and heartbreaking loss. Buckle up, it's a wild ride.
A sinking dive boat? Sounds intense. So what's the official story, from the Egyptian authorities?
Initially, they blamed a massive, a 13-foot wave. But hold on to your hats, because the survivors' accounts paint a very different picture. 11 survivors spoke to the BBC, and their stories, along with oceanographic data, suggest something else entirely.
Interesting. So what were the survivors saying? Were they, all agreeing on the same thing?
Pretty much. They all, described a terrifying scene. The boat was, apparently, more unstable than it should have been, even for rough seas. Furniture was sliding around, and the crew seemed unconcerned. One survivor even filmed the crew struggling with a small, inflatable boat earlier that night. A sign of things to come, perhaps?
So it wasn't a rogue wave that caused the sinking? What's the alternative explanation then?
A leading oceanographer analyzed the weather data and concluded that a 13-foot wave was highly improbable. The theory now is that it was a combination of crew error and potential design flaws in the boat itself. Yikes.
That's a pretty serious accusation. What about the safety measures on board? Were they up to scratch?
Absolutely not. The survivors reported numerous safety failings. Life jackets were malfunctioning, life rafts lacked supplies, and the boat's furniture was unsecured. One survivor said the captain even took one of the 3 blankets from the life raft for himself. Unbelievable!
Wow, that's shocking. What about the rescue effort? How did that go?
The rescue was slow and, frankly, inadequate. Luciana Galetta, one of the survivors, spent 35 hours trapped in an air pocket with 2 others. She filmed a short video of their predicament. Absolutely terrifying. They were only rescued by a local diving instructor, not the Egyptian Navy. The official distress signal wasn't even received until hours after the sinking.
35 hours. That's unimaginable. So what's the overall takeaway here? What should we learn from this tragedy?
Well, it highlights the importance of thorough safety checks, proper crew training, and a swift, efficient rescue response. The survivors' accounts, supported by expert analysis, raise serious questions about the official narrative and the safety standards of the dive boat company and Egyptian authorities. The lack of response from Dive Pro Live Aboard and the Egyptian government is also deeply concerning. This is a story that demands answers.
It certainly does. And it's a tragic reminder of how quickly things can go wrong, even for experienced divers. Thanks for shedding light on this important story.
You're welcome. And to our listeners, thanks for tuning in to Tech Bytes and News. We'll be back tomorrow with more news from the world of technology and beyond. Have a great day, and stay safe out there.
Bye-bye.